Hey friends, it's Theresa here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm up on the Traci Reed Designs blog with my very first layout for the year 2023. I'm working with the Filled with Intentions digital collection, and this is the layout I'm going to be creating. There is also a tutorial video where I share with you a little bit more detail about how I created the page in Photoshop and then use the silhouette to cut out these fun little speech bubbles. And so I've got a 7 by 8¼ inch page size, 2-page spread, and I brought in 2 of the pattern papers from the collection, added a couple of digital stamps, and then I also printed out some of the stickers and embellishments from the collection. And the other thing that you'll see on my desktop as well is the Traveler's Notebook signature with my journaling, and that will be placed on the far right hand side of the layout. So after trimming that out, I'm gonna just go ahead and start placing everything and figuring out how I want to adhere everything down. And so I don't know about you, but I'm starting to sort of make some decisions about how I want to document 2023. And so as you all know, I have been doing Project Life for 10 years, and I think that I'm ready to put that format to rest and move forward to just the 6 by 8 size. And I'm no longer going to do monthly or weekly. I would like to continue dating the layouts, of course, and hopefully do mostly chronological, but I think that I just want to tell the stories of our everyday life that happened to me as I experience it throughout the year. And so I thought this would be my first layout for this album. I don't actually have the album yet, but I thought this was a great opportunity to play with the Filled with Intentions collection, and it's perfect for this kind of layout. I really liked these little speech bubbles, and I thought they were just a fun way to get what I call a home base for your embellishment clusters, and that's sort of what I'm starting with on these pages. And so there's 2 ways that I like to start out my home base, and that is one with digital or physical stamps, and you can see the digital stamps that I applied to the background papers before printing. And then the speech bubbles become a part of the cluster. And then once I have all of this adhered, I'll also add some of the fun embellishments that I've printed out and make this the true hybrid layout. With the dimension and the texture of it, I couldn't resist printing out some of the embellishments on vellum, and especially because the words growth and intentions, those are title words in the kit, and I really loved how those look printed on the vellum, so they have a little bit of a see-through kind of feel. And also the butterflies, I knew they needed to go on there, and then those hearts too. And again, it's just all about, for me here at this part of the process, is just creating embellishment clusters here so that there's a lot to take in on the page. And I also had a bit of rhyme and reason for choosing the sentiments and the words that I did, because the word strips and the tags and the word art in this collection are very affirming, very empowering, and that's what I want to bring into the new year, even though it still feels a lot of, it feels like there's still a lot of uncertainty, and I don't know what's gonna happen. It feels like, oh my gosh, another year of the same. But I also know that there's gonna be growth, and that's why I chose the title word growth. I don't do one little word or anything like that, so I'm not looking to make that my word or whatever, but it just seemed to be a reminder, and I wanted this layout to serve as a reminder that there aren't any guarantees about what's going to happen, but we've definitely learned a lot in the past, and everything that we've learned we're going to take with us. And so that's a bit of what I wrote about in my journaling. I just did bullet style journaling, just 10 points, 10 reminders of things that can help reassure us as we go into this new year, and hopefully help to stay in a good mindset. And that's really what I'm doing here. And then I also, for my photos, I went into Instagram and played with some of the filters, and this is the pixie filter and or pixie dust filter, sorry. So it's, kind of mimicking, oh my goodness, her name just flew out of my brain. Peter Pan, Wendy Darling, and the fairy. Oh, her name completely skipped my brain. Tinkerbell. It mimics Tinkerbell. And so I just thought that was a little bit of fun little play and a reminder to stay lighthearted as much as possible. And so you can see here how I'm just building up these little embellishment clusters. I say this every time I make a layout for the Traci Reed creative team. I love just throwing all the embellishments at these layouts. It's so much fun. It's kind of been freeing for me, and there's just so much to take in every little spot on the page. Let me tell you, if there's some white space, I'm going to find it and I'm going to fill it. And just love doing it. Don't get me wrong, I like more minimalist style pages too. I love it all. I love memory keeping and love just having fun with these collections. I am looking this year to continue hybrid with a heavy focus on hybrid scrapbooking. I'm loving the Photoshop and Silhouette and using those two systems together to create these fun little layouts, sometimes interactive, sometimes not. That's okay. Either way, just having fun with it and just bringing those tools together. This was a bit surreal the first time that I'm using the 2023 date stamp, and I was going to use this older one from Dear Lizzie, and I got the sentiment picked out, and then I looked at my date and I was like, oh, well, that ends in 2022. So I won't be using that one for next year. This is the time where I move my stamps that do go to 2023. I move those to the front. So that's cool. But one of the digital stamps that I used is a line with the arrows on it. And I placed that at that bottom left-hand side on purpose. One, intending for the growth word to go there. And then the lines created a little home for the date. And I also added a little word stamp. And then I'm doing just a few little word stamps around the page as well. Just using these little roller stamps. I still use these all the time. What about you guys? I love these little roller stamps. Even the ones that are outdated, I hold on to them. I hold on to scrapbook stuff way too long. but that's okay. Gives you choices, gives you options. So I think for the most part that completes the layout. I'm going to punch my holes. I don't have the album yet to put it into, but I will do a video later on after I get the album, and I'll do an intro page for you, and I'll share that on my YouTube. And so I hope you'll check this out on the Traci Reed blog today, and I invite you to purchase the Filled with Intentions digital collection as well. I think you'll really enjoy working with it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, happy new year. I'll see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.